Hello folks, welcome to Monday here on the channel. We're back in Satisfactory. My name is Joel Duggan and Satisfactory Update 6 drops tomorrow. So we've got some things to take care of and we are looking at the temporary fuel setup that I want to remove, or at least remove part of. So I want to make sure that we can get rid of a good chunk of it, which means we have to replace them with generators up here. And I think the first thing we need to do is make sure we have enough water and fuel going up to these two floors. And then we will start to remove some of the stuff from here and get it flowing. So we'll see what we can come up with. It's not going to be, I don't think we're going to be able to make this look pretty today, but we're going to be able to at least get, I want to say, 2 floors functioning. Hope everyone's having a great day. There's a brand new episode of the Spawn Chunks out. Johnny and I interviewed Dr. Heather Christie, or ArchaeoPlays, on Twitch and YouTube. And they are an archaeologist that plays Minecraft, and they do all kinds of really cool stuff in their videos talking about archaeology and how it applies to Minecraft. And to be clear, this is not like archaeology, the mentioned game mechanic that Mojang might be adding, but more just the fact that Heather is an archaeologist and has that experience and brings that knowledge to Minecraft. So, heavy oil residue, 60 refineries, 4 rows of 5 times 3. So we need to figure out a couple of things. We need to get enough for each blender, and my blenders require, I have a spreadsheet for this, 48 blenders. They each require 50 heavy oil residue per minute. So I need 600 heavy oil residue going up to the top 2 floors. So that's 2 pipes. That's half. So I need to have half. Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. 50 oil residue. No, it's 600. So I need one 600 pipe, which I believe is what these guys are supposed to be doing. This is 40 per minute. 40 divided by 600, or vice versa. Should be 20? No, 15. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 15 there. Are those even hooked up? No, these are not hooked up. Or are they? They are. Are they sending the stuff anywhere? Aha, no, it stops. Okay. Stops there. So we've only got the one 600 pipe. Thank you, Cosmic. You didn't miss anything. I was just counting machines. There's 15 machines here in these 3 bays. And there's an extra bit there. So this is a mess. I don't even know if this is working. Flow rate is less than 300. I have no idea if you can even split pipes like that. Okay, well, let's just take a look at that floor up top then. Oh yeah, if it works, then sure, but I don't think it's gonna work. I also don't like that the hypertube turns off your headlight. Makes it very difficult to see. We also need lights in here. So these are all powered. 100% efficiency. 38% efficiency. And 23. And I'm imagining this goes back the other way. 26. 39. And then this is probably 100. 100. So for whatever reason, this first machine is doing very well. And they all have valves on them. I would say it's the water that's the problem. There's a pump here. These have valves? Okay, these don't have valves on them. So we can try that, see if that improves things. Oh, that one does. But that didn't help anything. There's a valve here to keep this from going anywhere. There's a pump here to bring this up to the next level. Flow rate is just really slow, but I think that's because we need to add more fuel generators. So that's that floor. It is working, it's just not running at the top efficiency. I believe this floor is also hooked up. We have power, but they've got yellow lights. Fuel is not being drained. That's because I think the hookup for this is not going to any fuel generators. So the pipe from below comes up here. And that seems to be full. The flow rate is not great. This is the flow, or the pipe from here. And it's also full. And the pump is pumping. Right, so this is the one that goes on the left-hand side. So we have to hook this up to the proper amount of fuel generators. So I'll have to go up and see. Will the efficiency work out as you add more floors and machines? Yeah, so the way that this should work is each set of 6 of these blenders is putting out a total of 600 diluted fuel. So they each put out 100, so that's a full 600 pipe, which you can see. Thought I had a sign somewhere. Yeah, there it is there. So diluted fuel, 6 blenders, 600 cubic meters per minute. That's what we're sending upstairs. This 600 specifically, if you do 600 divided by 12, is 50. 24. Why does this not make sense? Right, because it's 300. 300 divided by 12 is 25. Right. So each one of these blender floors powers 2 of the giant arms we've got outside. These great big monstrous things. There's 25 fuel gens, right? So you've got 12 is how much fuel per minute a fuel generator uses. So if you take the full 600, it gets you 50. And 50 is what is on 2 of these big arms. It's 50 fuel gens, 25 per arm. There's 24 going down the sides, 12 on each side, and then 1 at the end. So I need to go up top. It makes sense? Good, because I don't know if it made sense to me and I was the one talking about it. We're going to definitely have some windows and mirrors in here. Or windows. Mirrors would be cool, but some windows in here would be great. So it looks like we've got all 25 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus the one at the end. And I think they're all going in one form or another. I don't see any yellow lights. That's good. So I just need to do another floor, a full floor of these. And that should be where the bottleneck is, because I don't think we have another floor of these. We've got like a couple, right? But not the full floor. And these are all operating, I believe. Yeah. I think we would know if they were doing anything different. I really have to figure out how to decorate these. I have no idea what I'm doing here. It's one of those things where, like, you have to kind of move forward, otherwise the build never gets finished. Monkey King 111 subscribing with Prime. Thanks ever so much for the support, Monkey King. Really appreciate it. Right, Dan? The maths are true. So the way that I did this was wrong. And I want to change this up a little bit. So I went and scrolled this all the way around that way. For no good reason. And what should really happen is this should come in slightly to the side, and one of them should power this one, and then the other one should power the other two. So we've got 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 way up there, all powered by these two pipes. So to me, 1 and 2 here should be powered by this first pipe here, I guess. And then this pipe going the wrong way. Alright, so we can do the lifting differently. I think you just hit one of the major parts of the game where I get lost. I want things to be efficient and look good, and I just can't figure out how to do both. That's I think the thing that to try to start with there is use like subfloors. Like between each of your floors where you get your machines, give yourself like a 2-high foundation floor where you can run pipes and belts and things like that. And I think that makes a big difference. Right, so this would continue up. There's where we had sent the other one. So how's this gonna work? We've got one down there, 2 up here, 3 up there, and 4 over there. So it would make sense to have this single pipe here power 2. So this would be what remains of the other pipe, which means that this should just be shifted over. Oh, autosave. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're picking up something with the streams, Cosmic. Something that I do think is nice about streaming in general is the ability to, like, learn the game, but, like, it's sort of like the old couch gaming ways where your friend would show you how to do something or you'd learn it that way. But then the thing is with modern games, like, you'd often have to be going into like a Wikipedia article or something like in Minecraft, right? And that's not the best experience. I do wish the gravity wasn't so floaty sometimes. Okay, so here, I'm going to move some of this around. I'm basically just trying to make this more efficient by having less distance for the pipes to have to go. I'm also wondering if, because of the height stuff, we should just do this at a height where I can walk under these easily. Like that might save ourselves some headaches of moving around later. Alright, so I guess to stay true to that, I should probably just listen to what I just said. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, so we want this pipe to power this facility. And it's going to split here in two different ways. So this will get split here. And I think we'll just throw in another one of these just for good measure. It's 1, 2.5. But this can just be 3. This, however, has to go all the way up to that top floor. So, same idea, except for this, I need to get rid of this circle part. Oh, that's not the right height. Okay, so 2 pipes, one of them 600 divides into 300 and 300, and all we need to do here is just change this 2, 3, 4. There's a giant hole there, just in case anybody was wondering. Let's just fill that in. One, 2, 3, 4. Probably could have been closer, but whatever. So that should be flowing quite nicely. We want 300, or as close to 300 as we can get. So that is going to fuel all of these guys. And so our immediate concern is the next set of pipes. Not the 600, but the 300. So this is going to need a pump, because I believe this doesn't have a pump on it. Yeah. So I need... figure out where the pump is. I wish you could view the pump stuff without having to add another pump, you know? Yeah, same idea. It needs to have another pump there. So it looks like about the level just below that foundation. Do you intend, once you get to that stage, play around with the nuclear power part of the Satisfactory? I don't know, you know? I don't know if I'll need to. It seems really complicated, and it seems like there's a lot that can go wrong. The thing that I like about it is, of course, it gives you so much power that your ceiling is basically unlimited, so you can do all kinds of really cool stuff. And you don't have to ever worry about turning on the power again. But I feel like the power, like, I watched someone like I Am Kibitz do nuclear power, and that was their entire, like, 6-month playthrough was just doing the nuclear power. Alright, let's go down here a bit. Convenient. Let's put these right close to this. We'll do these guys. So you can see the head where the head lift from the pump below us is getting to that spot. So you want to have the head lift just near that. So let's grab one of these as like a marker. Bugs me that you can never get these perpendicular. The trick is to put the pump first, then the pipe. So then you can stop the pipe, like you can put a pipe fitting where the water where the pump should be. Hey Joel, hey Cosmic, how's the stream today? Is Turtle Jockey so far so good? We're just adding various pumps. So this pump, both of these should do 50 meters, but like that's 4. So I'm not sure where we're going to need another one. This might actually be good. We might not need another one on that belt, or than that pipe, rather. I'm glad I raised these. The pumps don't require the pipes to be there. They snap to the wall and look all orderly. Oh, I see. A solution for the... See, they never tell you that you could just put the pumps there. I guess I've done it by accident before. But does it have to be a wall for it to be vertical? No, look at that. Meza with the... Oh, that's cool. See, I wish I knew stuff like this. There should be more of a tutorial. Thanks, man. That'll be helpful. So once you know, you can use the pipe to measure the flow rate. Also, the head lift indicator is a snap for the next pump. Oh, okay, cool. I think I might have missed... I think I did know that. I think I did know that. So this should have a really high flow rate. Yeah, so we're good. I don't think we need to... This line doesn't need another pump. That's great. What it does need is a few more fuel generators, to say the least. We need to make 23. which means we're going to have to go down and dismantle probably 23. Or at the very least, a good chunk of these. So it's probably better to start from the end and work our way back. That's likely the best situation. And Cosmic, do you know what the fastest way to get down there is? The wall pump trick seriously improve your pipe organization skills? Yeah, I can imagine it did, Meza. Alright, well this should be easy. I do want to take a note here. We are currently at 10,000 megawatts on this particular circuit, which I think is still separate from up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. I need that. I don't need these though. Might as well just clear out this whole line. There we go. Should be able to make the 23 now. Not the boxes of shame. Did I miss any? I think I got them all. Gonna need the piping and the copper too. Easiest way to get rid of all this stuff is just go place 23 fuel generators. I don't know whether this is going to look cool or not with all this smoke in between the floors. I don't know whether I've created these too close together. I'm hoping it's going to look like a Cybertron build when I'm done. It's getting very dark in here though, I can tell you that. So Meza, I can't remember, did you say that you're going to wait until Update 6 has everything available in the early access? Before you play? Before you upgrade? I mean, I'm playing tomorrow. I've already kind of cemented that, I think. I think for me, I've got stuff that I can do while I wait. Like, I've got... where am I going? I'm going to that floor. I've got stuff that I can do in the new biome, like the whatchamacallit, the new Spire Coast. Is that what they're calling it? The new, is it still called the Spire Coast? This is that artificial anxiety that gets me. I know that things are coming and I don't want to start a Halo world without them. I don't know what you mean about a Halo world. Oh, right. You said you're going to do the Halo base design. That's cool. So unfortunately, I don't have a tight plan for building these and or decorating them. So I'm just going to hook them up quickly and I'll say temporarily, but it's going to be very close to how we do the last little bit. It's really, I find it kind of silly how little light gets onto the platforms. Like, this feels like nighttime and it's the middle of the day just because there's a platform there. I find that really a pain in the butt. It's not like in Minecraft where you have like a side door or a window that will get light into your build. I guess I should have been counting these. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. And I'll wait to place the last one until we're done the other 12. Guess I have to start down the other side. It all feels like I'm still burnt out on Satisfactory, to be honest. I can use any excuse to keep away just a bit more. That's fair. I think that's good. I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm a little bit burnt out on Minecraft. That's, you know, I say burnt out is a bit of extreme, but way to say it. But I'm definitely feeling more creative and definitely sitting on the couch looking for Satisfactory videos to watch, which then make me want to go play Satisfactory rather than watching Minecraft videos. And I generally start my day like breakfast, you know, coffee. I'll sit down and watch, you know, catch up on a little bit of Hermitcraft, catch up on a little bit of other things that some of my favorite Minecraft creators are doing. And I've just not been doing that lately. I just haven't felt that anybody is doing anything new. I don't know whether there's just that slow cycle before the new Minecraft thing drops. Now that's all going to change, I think, whenever, you know, the new announcement happens for Minecraft in October. I think when that eventually comes out, potentially if it's a 2022 release, they have often announced things in October and then release them in December for holiday. So we'll see. Double check this again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool. So then the 25th one goes here. And I'm trying to figure out what's the best place for it. It faces that way. I feel like I've been putting it there. I feel like that looks to be about the same distance. Like this distance here looks to be about the same distance there. It's not going to be exact, but that's pretty good. The hard part is going to be connecting all of these to a single circuit and organizing it. It's going to take a really long time. That's something else I think too, Cosmic, in terms of like how to, you were talking about earlier about how to keep things looking good but also neat and tidy. I think giving yourself like an entire room dedicated to managing your cables. Total Eclipse has got a really cool video on using cavity walls. He just basically puts walls into his builds that are hollow, either by sub-foundation or full foundation, and then uses that to run the wiring. I was doing that on Metroplex. I was definitely using the walls and the underside of the build to hide things. This is the only thing that I find very tedious about this game is the wire placements. Funny enough, some of my Satisfactory circles have all been on Minecraft Kick lately, and it's been fun. Some of them are even completely new to the game. See, that would be really fun, Meza. I'd love to do that. I wish I had time for like a separate experience or something that I could have like a different sort of idea for. Like, I wouldn't mind trying one of those like create mod servers or something. Like, it could be kind of fun, but I guess I could find the time. I find it difficult when I've got a big project in Minecraft like West Hill to then play Minecraft and not play West Hill, like not build in West Hill. It feels like I'm not managing my Minecraft time correctly. All right, that's the power hooked up. And then we get the same point with Minecraft. It's the timing for me as well, outside of streaming. Sorry for mentioning streaming. Oh, don't worry about it. I haven't been playing because I haven't had the time. And any time I had in Minecraft, I wanted to share it instead. Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I definitely want to stream and share my stuff. All right, so this is producing power and it's being connected there. So we'll figure out that later. Two, three, four, five, six. I guess we can go on an angle here. Let's see if this will work. So Meza, I know we were talking before about having loops and stuff. If I did this as in a full loop, will that help with like the slosh back we were talking about before? I watched, I think it was a Total Eclipse video where he mentioned creating closed loops. Turtle Jockey says, been playing mostly Words with Friends lately. I wish I had time for Minecraft Satisfactory. I guess that's fair. We shouldn't be complaining about not having time when there's people that can't even play anything more than mobile games. The issue with Streamer's Guilt is that it's straight road to turning a passion into fun into work. You're never going to just play the thing for the fun of playing it. I do find that challenging too, yeah. That's why I stopped focusing on my quest for partner and just decided I'm just going to play what I want. Now, I'm able to do that because I'm lucky enough to have the support, so I'm not, you know, making light of that at all. Gravity or valves are your best friend to prevent sloshback. So I was reading that there's an error with the 600 pipes where they slosh back unless you put them in a loop. I'm hoping, because the other one was efficient, I'm hoping that this is also going to be efficient because it is a closed loop. And I also think we're below the head lift. That work? I'm trying to get good enough to do this and be able to slide underneath them as I build them. What? Oh, I missed. Pro skills. Pro skills for a hot minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why? How did I mess that up? Oh, I did it differently over here. Well. Jeffrey Swanton, nope. This is survival. But I've got 600 hours, so I've got a fair amount of stuff. I think I kind of like that other side better. Makes more sense, I think. And welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. I'm so glad that these snap on this level. It's having a heck of a time with the other levels not snapping at all. Don't want to forget the one in the end either. It takes an incredible amount of concentration, and of course, as soon as I start talking, I mess up. So we're getting to the point where we might have some green lights, which is good. Same thing with the junctions with the pipes. Place those first, pipes last. Oh, I find that the snapping sometimes works, but I know what you mean, that you can snap the junctions, these guys, to the floor. I thought they were a little bit lower, but yeah, these ones snap on the grid on the foundations, which I think is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 8. Is every meter. They snap every meter. All right, so that is now another 25 hooked up to match this 25. Not all of those are going. But I don't know if that's just a result of our previously unhooking things. But break time when I'm ready. Thanks, Cosmic. Also good call, because it is nighttime. We'll go find the break train. Is there not an easier way to get down? Nope. Fastest way is falling with style. So if you're new to the channel, folks, I take a break once an hour. It usually just gives me a chance to refresh my drink and gives you a chance to maybe grab a friend and your drink as well. I'm just realizing that this is facing the wrong way. So we're going to move the engine. Right, construction station. Let's switch that around. Cool. You guys get to ride the break train. I will be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Alright. I was watching a little bit of that, and my world is a mess. Everything is like half finished. I don't know if I have a completed project on this save. So hopefully that gave enough time for the fuel generators to kind of like spin up, because I think we have to assess whether we're pumping enough water up into the blenders. Define completed and satisfactory. Finished and looking good. I guess the Caterium plant that looks like a school bus, that's done. I guess you could call my starter base finished. It's got walls and paints and decorations and stuff like that, so I guess that's fine. I mean, like, a lot of this stuff tends to look kind of out there. That's gonna look mad when it's got all 16 of those spikes going. I'm gonna have to figure out a simple way to decorate them, because that is going to be tedious to do so many of those. Thanks, Cosmic. Thankfully, we're on the right side of the track this time. Gonna grab some more concrete from somewhere. Oh, maybe I should have stopped at the base for more concrete. Whoops. I guess we can always rip up the temporary foundations. Darn it. I should have checked before I left. Well, okay then. Hopefully we won't need a lot of concrete. Hi from Alberta, Canada. Very cool, Jeffrey. And thanks for listening to the Spawn Chunks. That's awesome. Glad it gets you through your shifts. That's very cool. Oops, I missed my turn off. Reading the chat and trying to walk around. Have a good one. Thanks so much for being here. And again, thanks so much for listening to the Spawn Chunks. Glad you like it. Interview today with Dr. Heather Christie was fantastic. Archaeologist. Really fun too, like great sense of humor. She got along with the vibe on the show very easily. Johnny had done a show with her before, so he knew she'd fit in. Oh, I went too high, I think. Or maybe not. So this is cruising at a decent clip. So now that we've got, I think we've got 50 power generators, and that should be what these are spitting out, right? No, we've got one floor done. 2 at 100%? 3 at 100%? You don't say. 4 at 100%? 5 at 100%? 100% efficient on this floor. I wonder, is the bottom floor doing the same thing? Probably not. Not doing anything because we unhooked it. Right. Well, that's good. At least we know the math works out for those 2 floors that we hooked up. That's great. This is all 100% off because we unhooked the pipe. But that means that we've got enough water and enough heavy oil residue going to that top floor, which means we definitely have it going to this floor. Well, that's good. I guess the question is, are the fuel the fuel generators working at 100%? And the other question is, like, I need to consolidate all this into one power grid slowly. This is a giant confusing mess. I've got no idea what I'm doing in here. And I need more concrete before I can sort that out. Green lights across the board. So this is solid. I'm going to go ahead and guess that this is 100%. I'm not going to check every one, but I'd imagine a small sample would let us know if we were off. A Cybertron build? Yes. Cosmic gave you a little bit of info. We've got Megatron is the main color and shape design for the Power Factory in terms of the close-up stuff, but the overall is going to be something similar to this in terms of the shapes for the inside. Colors, not so much. Colors, we're going to go with like more gray and reds and things. So 3750, and that's the full 25 times. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to see up close. The shape design of the spikes, that was more of a necessity for how to fit, 400 fuel generators that wasn't in a giant box, That was how that came about. But do I have... Yes, I've got a thing here. So I'll go up here. Zoop. So this is all good as well, I'm guessing. No reds. I mean, the blunders downstairs wouldn't be able to be 100% efficient if these weren't completely consuming everything. We had a couple of starts and stops, so something's happening. It could be just the amount of fuel in the pipe. Or it could be where the loop is coming back on itself. So this guy's idle. So why are you shutting down? Not enough fuel in the pipe. So I wonder why the flow rate is slowing down. Or if it just needs enough time to build up. So that's got average of 3, 2.9, 2.6. So maybe over time it'll eventually balance out. We're seeing drops of a couple of machines though. Kirby Gamer, thanks so much for being here. Hope you have a fantastic afternoon. So I'm not sure why this is stuttering, but we'll give it a little while and come back and check it. So this should be the same grid, 3750. So I need to connect this in an orderly way to that one. And they all come in towards the center here. I was going to have a central room, but I don't know if I want to cover up the hole. I don't know if I want to have something here in the middle. Or maybe I want to have, I don't know if I want to cover up the sky access, or if I want to just make sure it's high enough that it doesn't feel like a cap like right here. Because it's something that could be cool along here, if I can figure out how to do it, would be, because this is where everything kind of comes into the middle, we could line batteries around the ring here. I think it would be a little bit tricky, but I think we could do it. And that could be a cool look. And functional as well. I don't think the sky axis gives any kind of light, no. Because like right now, the sun is not reaching the floor. Right? So that's a problem. I like this though. Like I like the light hitting this. So I don't know. I guess I could do a room, but have the room have a smaller circle in the middle of it. It'll be easier to do with the other pieces later, but I don't know. We'll see. The problem with having a round room is that I don't like the fighting, the Z fighting. This here. I don't want this in my room constantly. I'd rather have a square floor. It is, yeah, like it's really cool. I mean, now, not that we can't put artificial light in here too. Like we can still light it. And I've got plans for that too. It's just, let's see. All right, so the next thing, we have another floor. So that's this one here. And we know that this is going up to that next floor up there. If you make it out of asphalt, there's no fighting, but it's a different look. Well, I mean, inside of a room, I wouldn't care. Does it not fight at all, or you just can't see it? Alright, so this needs to come down. And then over here, we need to take this wall up all the way. Uh-oh. What happened there? can't remember how many this goes. It's like 14 or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the same process here, except for instead of splitting, we're connecting. I guess probably easiest if I moved it to the middle in this situation first. The shadows that are cast are interesting too, yeah. I don't know if the game lighting does shadows or not. Holy raid nuggets. Cub fan 135 coming with a huge raid. Thanks so much, Cub. Wow. Welcome in, everyone. Let me get to a higher vantage point. Hope you had a good stream, Cub. What were you up to? Minecraft? That makes sense. What were you doing in Minecraft? Got Mad Cam, Vixen hanging in there. Hermitcraft making tunnels. Very cool. So we are playing Satisfactory. I'm not sure how many of you might be new to this game, but think Minecraft Redstone, but like robust with modern graphics. Cubfan says they were moving witches and making tunnels. Very cool. Cub, thank you so much for sharing your viewers. Folks, my name is Joel Duggan. I play Minecraft on a regular basis. I co-host the Spawn Chunks podcast with Pixel Riffs. We do that every Monday. There's a brand new episode out right now. Totally free podcast that you can get at thespawnchunks.com. And we interviewed Dr. Heather Christie today, who is an archaeologist. Cub, I think you're going to really like this episode. Definitely right up there with like your Egyptian pyramid build. Dr. Christie focuses on more Celtic and medieval archaeology, but I think that you will get a real kick out of the way that she talks about Minecraft and the history of the world and stuff like that, as will anybody that's part of your community. Very, very cool stuff. I also do the Citadel Cafe podcast, where myself and Pixel Riffs this past week talked about the Rings of Power. Not normally a show I do with Johnny. That was a fun special thing. I have a rotating group of guests that I bring on the Citadel Cafe. And then, of course, here on Satisfactory, we are building a power plant. We have a very big factory off in the distance. That's the lime green stuff. It's not really rendering in all that great from way back here. But the distant factory is based off of Devastator, the 80s Transformer combiner. And then this power factory we're basing off of Megatron. So the colors and the themes are going to be very Megatron. And then the shapes are going to be very much like a Cybertron, kind of like big open spaces, lots of big pillars, that kind of thing. And so what we need to do is each one of these wings has 25 fuel generators on it, and we need to make 16 of these wings. And so we've got 2 complete and hooked up just now successfully. This one here and that one there. They're massive. They take a while. It's going to be replacing some of this temporary stuff down there. And eventually it's going to be a great big building. And I'm going to jump in a hypertube just so you can kind of see a little bit more of a better perspective. Pebble, thanks very much. The podcasting for 10 years helps with streaming. It helps with, you know, communicating and getting things sorted out with. I mean, I have a Stream Deck, and that's a recent addition, and I couldn't do all of the cool things I'm doing right now without it. So let's go down to a hypertube. A little bit of jetpack flying. So you can see like what I've got going on here with this central ring, and that's kind of what I was doing with that image I was showing you just a second ago. Is trying to get this ring to represent what's going on. And if I take down a little bit of this and we pop down here, you'll see what I mean. So here is a finished floor or a finished concept. So this is where we get the Megatron vibes. Like this is the Decepticon evil lair sort of look that I'm going for. When without the lights and everything, this is just the bare mechanics. The machines, I've hidden the machines inside the rooms and done all this cool lighting with colored lights in the ceiling and these trail lights along the side. So for the Minecraft players, these are signs. And in this game, you can actually go in and you can change the signs to have no background image. And then you can change the colors. So let's go with green for fun. And we'll do both colors. And then you can change the luminosity and you get a green sign. And you can play with it to make it like more or less bright, more intense, that kind of stuff. And of course, if you remove the sign, or you can change it and then change the colors to something really bright. Do all kinds of really cool stuff. But yeah, this is what we're going for here. And all the mechanics for everything are these pipes that are going up inside these side columns. A little hard to see at night. But there's all these water pipes and fuel pipes that go up inside of those. And then there is that big circle. So again, like I'm trying to get this kind of a vibe going on. I mean, maybe if I back up a little bit. It's not quite the same perspective, but you can sort of see what I'm going for. So Transformers and Cybertron? Yes. Yep. The whole world has been based on Transformers and Cybertron so far. This is a pretty heavy construction site, actually. So there's a lot of kind of junk happening. Thanks so much for the follows, folks. Really appreciate it. Always great to have new people on board. I'm just going to get up to the viewing platform so you can kind of get a good idea for the scale. Thanks. Yeah, I grew up watching Transformers. So it's hard to see in the dark here, but there's one of those groups of blenders. So that's like the purple floors that I showed you. So there's 1 and there's 2, 3 and then 4, 5 and then 6, and then 7 and 8 are on the other side, and like it makes a big plus sign. And then the first floor of wings makes an X. So it goes off at a 45-degree angle there. And then the next floor of wings are so big that they extend out that way. And that is going to make a plus sign there. So you can see that's the second floor. We're going to make more over there. And then this is the 3rd floor here. And then the 4th floor you can't even see. It's way, way over there in the distance. So this is going to be really big. And then underneath these, they're not going to float like this. The mechanics in the game are very similar to Minecraft, where like gravity doesn't affect anything. But I'm going to have like a support, and this is kind of like a blueprint for the design of the support I'm going to have. And I'm going to put one of those underneath each. You can sort of see where I started. Underneath each one of these wings, I'm going to have some sort of cool support, so it doesn't look like just a weird helicopter. I think it's going to look pretty fun. And everything here is being powered by oil that we're pulling out of the ground over there. Okay, so now, we've established that those are all working correctly. I think I just wanted to double check the water. So we've got water coming in from water extractors. They look like this. So each one of these pulls 120 cubic meters of water per minute, and we need 600. So we have 5 on each pipe, giving us 600 per minute. Right now the flow rate's only at 300. So we've got another 600 there. So I've got 2 pipes of 600. I'm pretty sure each floor needs 600. And I've just got it divided up, so that this 600 pipe comes in and then gets divided in 2. I think that's got a flow rate of 0. I don't know why that has a flow rate of 0. I've noticed sometimes that the pipe holes are bugged. Yeah, this should be moving. Do I have a favorite transformer? Optimus Prime has always been a favorite. I can't say I'm a big fan of the Mack truck design. I like some of the newer versions of Optimus Prime. I really quite liked the War for Cybertron and the Fall of Cybertron games for the Xbox 360. I liked that. So stuff like this kind of a design for Optimus Prime, I've always thought was really cool. Great big chunky arms, and he still turned into a truck-like vehicle, but it was like a Cybertron type vehicle. And then there's another one that they had here that was a good... This is really cool too. Like, I really like that kind of a... I like the chunky, big, beefy... I didn't dislike the designs in the Michael Bay movies, but they're really complicated, and I like the simplistic action figure type design that they give a lot of these guys. So basically what I do is I try to grab like a transformer that I like, and then I'll grab like some of the design language, like where's a good Megatron? There's a good Megatron. Right? So he's gray and purple with a little bit of red, but he's got like big, broad, flat areas with like little bits of detail. So I'm going to be taking like this kind of like a big chunk and then adding like little details to the factory that I'm building. But he also has these cool things with vents on them, and he's got, I mean, the blaster, the idea with the blaster, I think, being such an iconic part of Megatron, what I'm going to try and do is have the interior here have some sort of smokestack at the top, and have that be like a black blaster looking thing. I don't know. Well, I have to just kind of start building and see where it goes sometimes with this game. Okay, so we need to figure out where and why that water is not coming up. Do we have a flow rate down here? No. Okay, so that's a problem. So it's this guy here, and I'm betting it's probably this pipe hole right here that just needs to be replaced. I bet you it's just bugged for some reason. That's that. Sure enough, flow is happening. Right up to 300. And again, I didn't do anything wrong. It just, for whatever reason, that pipe hole just wasn't working the way that it was supposed to. So we'll go double check that on the machines again. I believe in you. Too many OCs? I'm not sure. Is that how you pronounce your name? Too many Ox? Too many OCs? If you had an R in there, I'd say like too many orcs. And that would be a truth. Now, why are we not getting... This guy is not pumping. Maybe we didn't need the pump. I wonder if the pump was in the wrong direction. I thought I needed that pump to keep things going. There's no way to see the actual level, I don't think. This is where Mezzo was helping out earlier. Yes, I did a Lego stream. That was the other thing where I said about I was going to get into with Optimus Prime, is that on Fridays at 1 o'clock Atlantic, I've been building the Lego Optimus Prime set. We put the torso together 2 weeks ago, and this past Friday we built his legs, and that was a lot of fun. Those are chill, like let's chat kind of streams. So we're back down to 0 again. I'm assuming it's because the pump is not here. So if I just remove this stuff. We're still trying down here. There should be plenty to get in there. I thought there was supposed to be an indicator on the pipe when you pulled out a pump. You're powered. You're only getting 300 instead of 600, so that to me is strange, because it should be 600 coming through here. I wonder if all of these are not on somehow. Oh, I got some yellow lights. Yeah. What? I wonder if there's a pipe that's wrong somewhere here. That could be the case too. You're just not doing anything. Okay. My guess is that somewhere in here by mistake there's a bit of 300 pipe. Cosmic Dancer gifting a tier 1 sub to Almost Alice, or Almosty Alice. Thanks very much. Almosty Alice, you can join the Discord. If you connect your Discord and your Twitch accounts, then you can connect to the Joel Duggan Discord. So why? I'm wondering if this has to do with the The fact that it's not all being consumed. But we should have it. I wonder if it's because the pipe is being split into a floor that's not using it right now. So this... Oh no, this is going up to the top floor and that's being used. This is really confusing. I'm not sure why this isn't working. Alright, so we need to check out the second floor on the right-hand side. Thanks for the lurk, too many OCs. So we're not draining any fuel. That's the other thing. I don't know if we have 25 to remove. Oh yeah, I guess we could remove these guys. Which I can do from the air, which should be good. These are all the temporary stations that we were building to get us enough power to build Megatron. But now that we're here, that should do it. Fuse broken. Uh-oh. Because that unpowers all of this, right? So I was powering some of this with the other grid. But now we should be able to connect to the new grid. That's only 3,600. So I need to find the new grid and bring it down. These have power. They're just idle. So this is technically the new grid, but what I should do is not have this running off this way. Let's not connect you there. Don't know what this is connected to. Okay. So that's fine. That's connected to pumps. So we'll take this. Now this should be I'm not sure what this is. It should be the upstairs. So all that's moving. These were powered from the other side, I guess. One of your power grids is shut down. I guess we don't have enough power to run everything. Hey, how's it going, BL Andrew? I was lurking in your stream last night. There was a lot of pickle juice. I was confused. I might have shut down some of these power plants prematurely. These are just no longer working at all? Wonder why that is. Oh, because they're powering the other factory. That's right. So I need to connect this grid to the main grid. So I disconnected something somewhere. Well, that's connected. Yes, folks, if you have not already and you're interested in this game, then you should check out BLAndrew575 on Twitch. Do you have a YouTube, BL Andrew? I tend to check you out here on Twitch more often than not. Oh man, if that... This is going to be tedious if all of my hypertubes are done. Well, that's an issue. Crap. Why did everything go out? I've got some power. Alright, well, let's disconnect you. Does that power the hypertubes? Minus 10 FPS, or approximately 10 FPS. Hide your FPS, nice. Actually working on my next video at the moment, just taking a break from video editing. Oh, very cool. I'm taking a break from everything working. That seems to be what's going on here. I got a little overzealous and I removed some of my temporary power. There's power coming from somewhere, I just can't get to it. And the hovered thing won't work with no power. So, we might have to climb ladders. When nothing is working, you have no need for power? That's an optimistic way to look at things. That did not go into the wall the way that I intended. I was planning on being able to see the ladder. I'm gonna have to remember this ladder is here. So are any of these still working? Nothing. So I gotta make sure I bring this all the way back down to the bottom. Alright, so that's connected there. This is all connected here. Comes down. And then doesn't go any further. Okay, so you have to come with me. And I guess... Oh, autosave. Yeah, I'm excited for Update 6. I'm disappointed I'm not going to get the half foundations right away, but I think that overall, I'm looking to finally make some permanent railways, and I've held off for the longest time because once they announced that Update 6 was happening, I didn't want to add any permanent rails in the canyon in through the Spire Coast. But now that I don't have to worry about that, alright, so that's connected to there. That is 3750. I should have twice that. And this should not be connected that way. And I think hooking all these up shuts it down, because these take 30 megawatts times 20? Yeah. So I need that other facility up and going. Do you know if we must start a new save at Update 6? No. You don't have to start a new save at any time. Oh good, hypertubes are working. At least that's happening. I should really put these on like a separate circuit somehow. So that was that bank turned on and working. So now we have to check this set, which looks like they are working somewhat. Right, so we got some fluctuations, but this is just connected to here. It doesn't actually connect to the full grid. So that's the issue. I need you to connect to that. So let's bring you down this way. I don't have a control room yet, so this is very kind of helter-skelter. 4 of 4. No! Accidental hypertube. Let's do it this way. Oh, I ran out of cable. Oh, crap. So close. Wait a minute. Don't need that. That's the hypertube. Maybe I can squeeze this out here. So that should connect it all to one. Okay, so now this grid should have both floors. 5850. Hopefully this won't turn everything off. It's like Swiss cheese, man. So many holes. Break time when you're ready. Yes, thank you, Cosmic. It is dark. I just want to see if I can get these refineries up and running. 55, 5400, that's better. Wait a minute, is this connected to the... Right, I should connect this to that and this to that. Max consumption, capacity. I think we're good. Those ones didn't come on, but I don't know where that connection has fallen off. Not a smooth transition. Alright, let's... That only powers the hypertube, that's fine. That was the thing that breaks it. Okay, so we won't do that. We've got to get a few more. I think we have to have another floor sorted out. Now why is that not working? I feel like the switches should allow you to... Capacity at 69. No? The hard part, of course, is that the material from these is powering everything above. So I might have to go one at a time. I've always found that frustrating about power facilities in this game. But anyway, I should take that break before I get too carried away. No worries, Andrew. Thanks so much for coming by. Good to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Good luck with the video editing. And we are not hooked up down here. That's annoying. I guess more ladders required, huh? I'm so glad they added ladders to this game. This happens way too often. Oh man, is the train even going to be powered? My train might be dead in the water. Yeah, I'd say the train's not going to go anywhere. No power. Crap. Okay. Well... You'll get to watch the sunrise anyway. Over the dead power factory. I think what we'll do when we come back is we'll hook up all the crude oil and send it to the proper spots, with the exception of just this section here. So much for the choo-choo. there's no break train at present. So yeah, give me about 5 or 6 minutes, folks, and I will be right back. So I know where I messed up. The math was right, but I had forgot about the process that I was going to do in terms of leapfrogging my power. And I didn't do that in the right order, and that's where I messed up. So, that's easy to fix though. We can just put some of these back. Because some of these... The problem with all of this is that this is all connected back to the main grid. So, if I take a look around here and we disconnect this and we disconnect this stuff going back, we should be okay. Because now my entire world is being powered by this power plant, and I don't have enough juice for that. I've got enough juice for the power plant, but that's it. So we just need to connect, find the spot where these guys connect to the main line, because I don't want to unpower the pumps. I want to disconnect Devastator. Thanks, Almost Alice. Appreciate it. And I think it's right here. Because I don't think I have it connected to the water plant. I wish you could have like a map, a grid of all of your power connections. That would be nice. That comes down there. Where do you connect? Oh, there it is there. Yep. Okay, so we should be able to remove this. Or actually, what I should do is put a switch in there. Because back when we designed this, switches didn't exist. So I'll put a switch down here. And we'll call this Rest Devastator. And we want that to be off, because we want this to be, max consumption is 17,000. Mass consumption is 2,800. That's what we want. So what I did there is I just removed most of my world down to here. Capacity is 2,400, but we have a higher capacity than that because I know we just had it up to 55 something. So we'll check to see everything's lit up here. That's yellow probably because it's full, or is it green? I think it's just full. So that's looking pretty spectacular when you get far enough away from it. I'm bummed that we didn't get the powerful overhaul they initially wanted. They decided that it would be too complex for the average player. Oh, what was it they were going to do for the overhaul? What does a blue light mean? It's yellow. We should be good, I think. Reds are bad. These guys are all on again. I have indeed played Oxygen Not Included. I quite like that game. I keep on meaning to get back to it, but it's been so long I know I'd have to like start over. Alright, so all of these are moving. So we don't need all of these. What I should do is just look at the last row here. 400 fuel per minute, 32 fuel generators. Right, so I don't need that many anymore. That's all on. I think I should be able to connect this up. So this is at 4,200. And that's connected to that. I don't think I've brought the extra power in though. Oh, maybe I have. Why, this feels like a separate grid. Don't need silly lights right now. Alright, so this is a separate grid here. So that's okay. I'm okay with that. So this means that this is powering all these guys. And this doesn't cross the aisle? Oh, yes it does. So I do have two separate grids. Okay. 2,400. And 4,000. But now I can go up and I can make the other machines. They wanted a similar power setup to Oxygen Not Included. I'm not really sure if I remember the power setup. You consume... Isn't it like you use like carbon dioxide to generate power? Different wires would be needed that would have max capacity, and with the distance you'd have to manage that properly. Ah, okay. The thing that I don't like about this is the droopy wires. I mean, we can fabricate buildings out of our pockets, and we're still plugging stuff in. I think, were you here when I was talking about the fact that I think they should add like an end game powered floor, where all you have to do is plug the floor in, and then sit the machines on the floor, and they'd be powered? Alright, so what's happening here? This is where this doesn't have any place to go, because this needs another 2 floors of machines. My main issue is droopy wires. That's my main issue with the power. Still expecting a powered floor? That would make sense. Up farther. Oh, switch to non-death-inducing boots. Alright, so we've done this floor. Just a quick check. Most of it should be on. Okay. And we've done the next floor. Most of that is on. But we need, in order to power all of the refineries below, I think we need at least one more floor. So now we're looking at this guy here, which is what I was doing, I think, when CubFan raided. Right, is this not ready? Okay. This is next phase 5 or whatever of today is hooking these guys up. Time for dinner here, almost, Dallas. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. You hang in there. We'll see you again soon. I'll be streaming tomorrow with the launch of Update 6. I believe the launch stream starts at 9 o'clock Eastern, so 10 o'clock for me. I don't know if I'm not gonna watch it live, but I've got a package from Cosmic Fix-It Industries to open live on stream tomorrow. I don't know what that is. Apparently it's Satisfactory themed, which is ever so awesome of Cosmic to send it along. And then I will be streaming Update 6 as soon as it's available. Meza says, not to mention that you can't prevent the trains from carrying power, which is a massive pain when you've got multiple grids. Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't turn off the trains. I guess you could maybe use a switch, but you'd have to put your trains on an independent grid, which would be smart, but wholly complicated. I've got half a mind to dismantle my starter factory. Especially because it's in the northern forest. And it's got overgrown. I think that should be... I need to check back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool. I'm glad I've been able to get back to building. I was worried I was going to be running around checking stuff forever. I've had that happen before on the Metroplex build that we worked on. Actually, I don't know if... has any... There might be people here that haven't seen that. Let me see if I can find a screenshot of Metroplex. I know I had it here somewhere. Maybe it's in my, like, Satisfactory thumbnails. Yeah, here's one. So this was the Metroplex build that I did in Update 5 when it was an experimental. And it's in the grassy plains area. And I got carried away. And it really came out well. The transformer sign in the background is all... that's all signs. You can't really tell from the image. But like that's actually, those are signs in the background. But it's a really, really, really fun build. And everything was really modern and cool looking. And yeah, I just, I ended up just kind of deciding that it was taking me away from Devastator. But knowing what I know now and what's come in with the new parts and stuff since Update 5, I feel I can do a much better job on Devastator now that I had that practice on Metroplex. Autosave. When you name circuits, that's purely cosmetic. When the power goes off, you get a generic one of your power grids goes down. Gee, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I mean, it makes sense that I know what you're complaining about. Does not make sense that the game doesn't do that, but hopefully that will be fixed eventually. I feel like this is too close. Yeah, it's here that I want. That's about right. That feels far away. I feel like that's about where I put it. Maybe I just did that. Don't remember how I did the last one. And we're out of stuff. Okay. So I need cable. No, I need wire and copper sheeting. Mr. Slime of Slime, welcome in. Well, if you stick around long enough, you might pick up a few things. Wire. Anything else that I'm missing? I think we're okay. Are all these hypertubes done too? Yes. So what I need to do is connect this guy to this guy. I don't know. I've definitely got the VODs coming on YouTube for the beginning of this project, not the beginning of the world, but I feel like you'd probably get a decent idea. Cosmic, is there's a Satisfactory tour on YouTube somewhere, isn't there? Do we have a link to... On Joel Duggan VODs, there is a Satisfactory tour. It was one of the Twitch subscriber rewards, I think. That was like a year ago. Cool, thank you. Much appreciated, Cosmic. So, Mr. Slime of Slime, for later, there is a There's a Torvod. And I think I went over the original part of the world, if I'm not mistaken. Those... I still do this thing in this game when I actually end up like looking up at my monitor, even though I don't have to. It's weird. To keep my chin down. I find the perspective in the game is just so extreme. I tried playing at a lower perspective with the FOV, but like you just can't see anything. Everything's just right in your face. Do any Satisfactory players here in the chat play with a different FOV than the default? I know some play with it super wide, and I can't do it. That would make me sick. It's like the hardcore first-person shooter people came along and decided that they could do crazy FPS. Not FPS, but FOV. One, two, three, four, five, six. Ezra Manning, what happens when you leave multiple streams open? Cub fan rated, so maybe you were part of the Cub stream. You came over from there. That feels far too close. Don't know why this is so wrong. Oh, maybe I did it here. At some point, I'm sure I will go around and make all of these the same. For now, I just want them to work. Came over the Cub raid. Right on. Also fan of Pixel Riffs. Very cool. Well, you must know that I do the spawn chunks with Pixel Riffs. We just recorded a new episode today. Published that just before I went live. I'm a fan of Cub fan as well. There's a selection of hermits and a selection of other Minecraft content creators I like, and Cub is one of my favorites. The stuff that he does in Minecraft is I like this scale that he really commits to really massive undertakings. And what I like so much about Cub is that he tends to use like every part of the buffalo. He will try to use everything that Minecraft has to offer to make a mini game or to make a giant pyramid base or like whatever it is. He's just going to use everything, every block that he can think of, unless it just like really doesn't look good or doesn't work. But he really tries to use everything, which I think is really cool. Oh, I think I got that one. One, two, three, four, five, six. You're a Cub fan, eh? I see what you did there. But yes. I also really like space stuff. Like, we've been covering the JWST on the Citadel Cafe. And I know that Cub is also really into space. The I think next Tuesday is when the next space launch, the not Apollo, what's it called? Artemis? I think it's Artemis. The moon mission. The first part of the moon mission is next Tuesday. It's like the entire Minecraft wiki is contained in Cub's brain, and he uses that knowledge in very creative ways. Yeah, absolutely. They definitely got the building holograms for pipes and belts right in this game. That's for sure. All right, so you are going to come over this way. And I think I should be able to do this in one. So we go 1, 2. Nope. Doesn't look all that good. I guess we can just back it up. 4. Now this has to split somewhere. This is a 600-meter pipe. And this goes... It splits up this way. So I have to figure out how to split this. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess the easiest thing is just going to be to use one of these. Should I make it in the middle? So earlier Meza said that, oh, these connect. but they don't connect the right way. So you can use walls to snap pieces to, but I want this to face the other direction. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see. So yeah, it doesn't give us the right... This is a funky angle. I don't know why it does that. So the other option would be to, instead of putting the pipe in first, as per Mez's instructions, we should put the fitter in first. Neither one of us are they're going to be the right height, which is annoying. It's nice and tidy though, it just looks kind of funny. I'm hoping this splits it. Whoa, that's a long way down. Sigh. Should have switched to the jetpack. What's going to be the fastest way to get back? Probably building a car. Five crystal oscillators, 5 motors, 15 beacons. I don't think I have 15 beacons. It's 5 crystal oscillators. Five motors, 15 beacons, and 5 heavy. So I got the 5 heavy frames. Actually, I'm going to bring a lot of these because I could use extras. Motors are downstairs. And beacons. Beacons, 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 beacons. I guess they probably only need 50. I don't have any beacons. Oh, is the truck going? Where's the tractor? Maybe I've got a tractor I can use. Somewhere I thought saw. Oh, that's way down the other side of the base. That's paused down there. Why is that not moving? Yeah, this whole place is off because this was part of my other power grid. No, it has not happened for a long time. I should really move the hub. If I had moved the hub, I would probably be okay. I want to say there's a tractor here somewhere. Oh, all of these got turned sideways. I wonder how that happened. That's weird. Never seen that before. But it's faster than walking anyway. So this is the whole starting area that is now completely decommissioned. So I really have to take stock of what I have there and maybe make some changes. I should be able to reconnect it once I get enough power going from Megatron. It shouldn't be an issue. The aerial on this tractor just does not know what's going on. So for anybody new to this game, this is one of the starting zones, the Northern Forest. I would say probably the more complicated of the starting zone. Hopefully they remove the invisible rocks in Update 6. That would be nice. Is that your motor running? Oh yeah, that's the motor on the tractor. They're not the most quiet things in the world. Do I have a vehicle in here that I can steal that's faster than this? I do. These have all been overgrown with the forest. I haven't come back to these designs in a long time. No worries, Mr. Slime of Slime. Have a good one. Appreciate you coming by. The biome really changes when you come out of that northern forest now. It's very different. In a good way. I'm not complaining. It's a really interesting transition. Now I'm guessing all of my hypertubes here are not working either. I can't see. Does not look like it, no. Nope, hypertube's not working. Okay, well, we will have to then get back to the body the old-fashioned way. I think I can get there. Pretty sure. Whoa, there's a hole there. Pay no attention to the box of shame. It wasn't me. Builds decay? No, that would be like update errors. Ezra, they would have updated the Northern Forest in Update 5. They updated the Spire Coast in Update 6. And I preemptively went last week and removed my build from the Spire Coast in Update 6. Or for Update 6. But in Update 5, I didn't because it was my entire starter factory. So I did not remove my starter factory. So yeah, that's the deal there. They didn't change the position of any resource nodes when they did the update 5. They only just like changed like foliage and trees. So there's a bunch of trees and stuff that have grown up through my base, but generally speaking, everything is fine. Everything still works fine when it's powered. So we're going to gradually have to turn this on, and I don't know how we can disconnect stuff because of all the train connections. We might have to get Megatron almost fully functioning before we can actually do any like reconnecting of the world. And how am I going to get through here? Oh, it's not going to let me. That's annoying. I guess we're pretty close. Oh, these hypertubes are working. So all I have to do is get into this hypertube. That should be fine. I might be able to build a ladder. It's funny, you know, you put all these hypertubes and stuff down and they're super fun and you're, you know, enjoying them, and then you realize that once the power goes out, you can't do anything. So you have to build these fail safes later. That wasn't tall enough. There we go. It wasn't you, it's a single player world. Exactly. It's like using a label maker and walking around and putting on everything. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. With no explanation as to who you are. I don't know if I can jump up this. Nope. I died somewhere on like the second or third floor. I think it was on this floor. Found a label maker at work last week. Kind of embarrassed how excited I was of finding it still working. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I think this is where I died. Yes. Oh, that's annoying. I guess we'll leave most of this here. Oh, you can't switch them around. Crap. Well, I guess I don't need the Blade Runners. All I really need right now is just the jetpack. There we go. I'll leave that there for now. Now I'm wearing the right equipment for doing things in the high places. Let's see if we can get this last little bit hooked up before we wrap up today. Oh, autosave. Okay. Starter base is like the ancient ruins of the world? Yeah, it looks like that, doesn't it? Right, so this goes to there. And that goes to... change the pipe type to that. And these were all hooked up, right? I don't think we missed anything. So now we just have to probably hook up the pump. That's about it. And this is not... Oh yeah, that's hooked up to power. Don't know what that's hooked up to. Full inventory. Let's get rid of something. So now I have to figure out where the pump goes. So if I just choose a pump, is it going to tell me? Maybe I don't have a pump on that particular pipe. No, there's no pumps here at all. It's just these ones here. Yeah, there. So how do I find out where the pump goes to? Oh, there it is there. And we should be able to snap it. Yep. Cool. I forgot about that. I really appreciate the tip, Meza. If you're still watching, I really appreciate the heads up. Did it disappear on me? Oh. I guess I can't use hypertubes. There it is there. So this is probably one of those situations where it's better to have the pump in place first. I'd rather be able to see the light. Where's the power coming from? Coming from the back, I guess? Alright, so that's going to flow up that way. And we should start to see these guys come on. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate that. Number one. Number two. Number three. So this will give us another 3750 on the power grid. And I don't know if this is hooked into anything else. 7,500. Yes, it is. Okay. Because 7,500 divided by 12 is 625. So 24. No. 2550. 75 is 100. I don't have 100 of these hooked up though. Ezra Manning, I've never played Raft, but from what I've seen, this is what I would encourage people to check out. But I would wait, because generally when Satisfactory does an update, you'll see it go on sale on Steam or on the Epic Game Store. I've got a code. I've got my Epic game code, which is just my name. So if you're looking to pick it up on Epic, then you could support the stream as well as doing that. I get a small commission. But if you're a Steam person, that's cool too. Satisfactory is on Steam. It's a little bit harder to do the experimental branch on Steam, but check it out wherever you want to keep it, within your game library, whichever one you prefer. And then again, I'd wait to just see what happens tomorrow and this week, because very often right after an update, you'll see a sale. Very similar to how No Man's Sky does it. They'll be 30% off sometimes 40. So that's going well. I'd say this is all hooked up and turning on. Yep, we're slowly working our way down the line. I don't know if they're planning a Linux build, Shibuyashi. I'm not sure. Flow is good. That's exactly what we want. I don't know what the flow is going to be like up top. We don't have any machines up top yet. This is like the tippy top of our construction. We have not done very much up here at all. As you can see, there's very little to stand on. But this is going to be another 25 fuel generators to complement the rest of these. That's a cool site. Digging that. Screenshot time. Oh, I moved my mouse. You've only got a few seconds with this sunrise. Otherwise, it changes to daylight like super quick. Cool. All right. Well, I'd say that's probably about where I have to wrap it up. I don't have time to continue on with the placement of things. We will have lots of time tomorrow, so I'll be streaming tomorrow as well. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a follow. Really appreciate y'all being here. Thanks to everybody that stuck around from the Cub fan raid. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks for all the follows. Thanks for the Tier 1 gift subs, the Prime Gaming subs. You all are the reason I get to do this so often, and I truly appreciate it. If Twitch isn't where you like to hang your support hat, you can check out Patreon. That's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. I do have a Minecraft server. It's called Infinity Cove. You can access that through Patreon. Just check out the different tiers depending on where you'd like to support. But Patreon, as far as the Discord access goes, is the most economical way to get into part of the community. We have Minecraft chat rooms. We've got Satisfactory chat rooms. We've got general video games, movies. It also coincides with my Citadel Cafe podcast. So there's a lot of people in the Discord, and it's a lot of nerdy fun. There's even a food channel and a spoiler channel if you're worried about that kind of stuff. Usually the current events are happening in the spoiler channel for new shows that people don't want to get spoiled on. So it's nice, it's safe, it's nerdy, it's fun. I hope you will enjoy it. I will pass you on to somebody else doing Satisfactory. We'll see who's on my list. And I will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a special time. I'm going to be streaming before 1, I think. I'd like to try and stream when Update 6 launches. Tomorrow I'm going to have to back up this save. And then I'm going to do an unboxing. I've got a gift from Cosmic Dancer that came in the mail. And it apparently is Satisfactory themed. So we'll unwrap that live on stream tomorrow. And then we'll play some more Satisfactory. So I'll see you then. Won't be too long. Bye for now. Have a good one.